Alright, g'day guys, welcome back to another episode. You're watching Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm reviewing the Malkoff. This is the MD2 series. It's called the M61 or the M61 High Output Throw or HOT, and this has got the high-low ring inserted in the head. Let's check it out. Alright, here we go. So let's look at this thing up close. We'll do a bit of a once over first. So there is your total internal reflection style lens. This is going to give a out the front beam with some peripheral light. It's not going to be a smooth hotspot and spill style. And actually, as you can see there, the bezel around there is quite thick. This light is very, very strong. I will just show you that it is fully potted down there. So that black stuff is epoxy, dried up epoxy. So that has been put in all over the electronics, and then it has dried so that it's going to hold everything together. So that means that this thing will stand up against some heavy recoil if you mount it on a firearm. Now this golden ring around here with that little thing right there is the high-low ring that has been installed. So that means when you have it on tight, it will come on full output, and when you loosen it a little bit, you'll get your low output, which is the one I wanted to get from Malkoff because I wanted to be able to use it on low as well. I think this is a fantastic light that kind of does it all. And there's the body and the tubing. You got your McClicky switch all the way down there. There is the threads with an O-ring there and Malkoff MD2. So I may as well just put a battery in. So I've just got a Well-Tool 3000 milliamp hour, 3.6 volt, 18650 button top. And that is just going to go with the button facing the head. And that is one of the best batteries you can use. So I decided to use this one. Now on the body, you've got some really nice kind of ripple effects. It's great for grip, but also it's good for grip, but it also feels better than if it was just fully smooth, you know? So you can get a great grip on this light. I actually often hold this light like this as well because it's just very comfortable too. Now you've got your tail here, so I'll just unscrew the tail. Very, very deep threads and deep tail, so great water resistance this. And there's your McClicky switch down the end there, and the switch cover with the O-ring. Now, while I've got the tail cap off, I'll just show you. One thing I love about this light is that it can take a Theorem deep carry pocket clip or a Theorem switchback with ease. So, now when I say with ease, you've got to get it over the O-ring. But once you do, it's a dream. Come on. There we go. So the reason why I say it's a dream is because there is absolutely no play. Look at that, no play whatsoever. So I'll just zoom out now so you can see it properly. So that's how it looks with the Theorem deep carry. So it is actually rather deep carry, which is just bloody sensational. But if you want a switchback because you're feeling switchy, you're not feeling too deep carry like, but you're feeling a bit switchy, chuck the old switchy on and you are good to go. So, and again, there'll be no play as well. So look at that. The measurements that Malkoff have done, oh my God, this is so comfortable. I forgot how comfortable it is with the switchback. I think it's so comfortable because the amount of tail cap that comes up out of the opening area of the switchback is just a perfect amount for my thumb to fall on the side switch. Look at that, the tail switch, sorry. It's just perfect. That is one comfortable light, people. Okay, so I'll just take this off just for the rest of the review because you don't get a switchback or a deep carry Theorem, so you're going to have to buy those separately. So this is how you do get it. And now I'll just do a quick measurement here. So 13 centimeters from head to tail. 30.92 millimeters is the face. 24.35 millimeters is the body. 25.25 millimeters is the tail. So I'll just give another little once over. Very simple light, but, you know, very durable. Malkoff are known to be absolutely bulletproof. The McClicky switch coupled with the potted head, coupled with this really, really strong aluminium body, make for an indestructible light, almost. Basically indestructible. Now, this is what it will come in, just this plastic sleeve like that. So they're very basic in the way they do it because they don't bother spending money on flashy boxes and stuff. That you just get the light shipped in a plastic sleeve. Mine didn't come with a battery, but I think if you are within the states of America, then they will ship it with a battery, I think, but they don't ship batteries overseas. This says M61 because that's the model. HOT stands for high output throw, and then H/L is the high-low switch or the high-low ring that's been installed in the head, and then MD2 is the model as well. Okay, so the way this works is from off, you have access to the McClicky switch in your full output, and that is 750 lumens, okay? And there's the beam profile there. So it is a hotspot and peripheral light lens. So this is what it offers. So there you go. It's not the prettiest, but again, as Malkoff says on their website, if you are a white wall hunter, this is not the beam for you, because Malkoff makes their lights to be used in the field, not to be shined on a wall and look pretty. Now, the great thing about this light, probably one of the best things, if not the best thing about this light, is because when the head is tightened, you only have access to the highest output. That gives you the ability to strobe. So you can literally just strobe someone in the face, or signal. So if you want to do SOS or whatever, or constant on, okay? Doesn't matter how many times you engage the McClicky switch, it's always going to come on in the highest output. But if you want low, all you do is grab a head of the body, grab a hold of the head, slightly turn. Now I'm just going to turn it, that's a very small amount. Now look at that, 5 lumens you get. Isn't that gorgeous? That is so useful. And so 2 reasons why I love this style of high-low. One is because you know what it's going to come on in every time. If you tighten the head, it comes on in full output. If you loosen the head just slightly, it comes on in your 5 lumen output. Now, once you've undone it, you can literally just turn it a little bit like that or like that with 2 fingers. So that's what's so cool about this light. The other cool thing about this high-low scenario, so firstly, as I said, you always know what output it's going to come on in. But the second one is, whether it's on high or low, you have only that output when you initiate the clicky switch. So that is a really good thing, because you're not doing high-low with the switch, you're doing high-low with the head. So you really can't make a mistake with this light. You can't accidentally turn it on to low and then high. You can't, because if the head is undone slightly, it's only going to come on in low. Whereas if it's done up, it's only going to come on in high. So very, very, very clever user interface this has. I'm a real big fan of it. Now, it can also tail stand, no problem at all. And we will check the weight with an 18650 battery inside it, because it is a very, very tough light. So it is made of very strong, durable materials, but because of that, it is rather heavy. So we have here 194.91 grams. So we'll say 195 just to be safe. Okay, so 195 grams is what this thing is going to feel like in your pocket. Now, it's not the heaviest 18650, but it's up there. So that is something to take into account. These are designed to be mounted on rifles though. As you can see here, you've got your little area here and area here, which would be really good for mounting the body onto the rifle, and then, you're good to go. But, Malkoff are known for their durability, so as I said, the 2 O-rings with the really long threads are going to provide you fantastic water resistance. The potted head and the McClicky switch are both very simple yet effective designs that are going to protect it from really high drops as well. So high drops are not going to do this thing any harm whatsoever. And then the beam profile. So if we can just have a look like that. So see how it is quite thin. So that is the total internal at work. But you will get, as I showed you on the wall, you will get this peripheral light here, which will, you see, as I moved it back a little bit, it already grew a lot. So that's just going to continue to grow when you move it back to a certain level. So you can you do get light in your surroundings as well as obviously in the hot spot, which is where most of the light is directed. Now, I'm not going to bother doing a heat test because 750 lumens is not going to heat this head up to anywhere near needing to do a heat test or move your hand away or anything like that. So another thing about Malkoff is that they are not lumen greedy at all. They do not buy into the lumen wars. 750 lumens is more than enough for what you'll be using this light for. And I believe it's got 20,000 lux at 1 meter as well. So it is going to travel, you know, I think Malkoff says 600 feet, but is blinding, has the ability to blind within a 150 foot radius. And I think feet and meters are very close together. So I think you can basically say, you know, 140 meters, this thing is going to be useful in terms of like a self-defense aspect. And I love that Malkoff puts that on their website next to their products, because a lot of people, especially me, buys lights. If I'm buying a light for this reason, then I want to know how useful it's going to be if I need to defend myself. You know, but I live in a country and a state where you cannot carry a gun. You know, if you're a hunter, you can carry it to and from your house to the hunting field or whatever. You cannot walk around carrying a gun to defend yourself. We're not even allowed to carry knives to defend ourselves or anything like that. So to be able to have a light that is very, very bright as soon as you click the switch, and then be able to know how to use that light and be clever with it. You know, you don't shine it at someone from 3-4 meters away. You wait till they get close, you blast them in the face, and then you run, or you do something else to defend yourself, you know? So a light like this is great for that, because the way I would use it is I would keep the head tight when I'm walking around, and I know that if I need this light in a pinch, 750 lumens and 20,000 lux are going to burst out of the front of that head. But I also know that if I need to check something under the car seat or look at a map or just whatever, then I just turn the head slightly and now I've got 5 lumens. It's just a genius setup for a light. It really is just a genius setup, and I love it. I love not only this light, but I love the user interface. Now, if you are going to buy this from Malkoff, because I will link it, you need to select the high-low option. Otherwise, you'll get high only. So don't make that mistake and buy the high only thinking all of them are high-low. You need to select the high-low option. Otherwise, yeah, it'll just come with only 750 lumens and no low mode, whether you turn the head or not. All right, well, let's go outside and see what this thing can do, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy. See you in a sec. All right, there it is, the MD2. This is the high output throw, and this is obviously on high, so I haven't accessed the low yet, but very useful, you know. You've got the total internal, fair amount of peripheral light, but some really good throw on it. Some really decent throw. 18650 up the trees. Loving the distance on this. And the best thing about this is you can signal, you can strobe, or you can constant on. All because the head is tight, right? But now if I loosen the head, you get this tiny, really dim amount of light that's just perfect for tying the shoes or looking for the keys or not disturbing the missus at night time, you know. And then all you do is you tighten the head back up and you get full output again. So it's a very clever system. One of my favorite high-low systems, this. Don't mind the Surefire, just the click on, click off. I don't mind that at all, but you can't strobe or signal or anything like that because it just swaps from high to low, whereas this you can just signal. You know, it's a really clever high-low system. Doesn't have the most amazing throw of all time, but it's got a decent throw. And look at the size of that hotspot as well. That is going to give you some really good, blinding efficacy if you need to, shine this in the face of an attacker. Great light. And it's, it's a Malkoff, mate. It's bulletproof. It's bloody bulletproof. All right. See ya. All right, so I think that the beam, I think you've got to appreciate the beam on this, you know. It goes a long way, very large hotspot at a short distance even, and enough peripheral light that it's going to illuminate your surroundings. Really, really cool light. Now, if we just have a look on the wall here, so that's what you're going to get at a short distance. You're going to get a rather, I'll just get out of the way, you're going to get a rather cool hotspot with some peripheral light. But as you saw in the night shots, the further away that goes, the larger the hotspot gets, and the more peripheral light you're going to get in your surroundings, really. So it's a really, really useful beam profile with more than enough lumens, man. You know, they don't get involved in the lumen war, so they got more than enough lumens for this guy. Now, this does come in at 250 Australian dollars, so I think that is about 130, 140 American dollars, something around there. Maybe even a bit less. But for us Aussies, it costs, what is it? It's been a while since I bought from Malkoff. I think 60 American dollars standard shipping. I could be wrong, maybe 40. Sorry about that. It could be 60 or 40, I don't know. But I couldn't speak more highly about this light if I tried. It is robust, rugged, durable. They're all kind of the same thing. But easy to use, great user interface, and you know, the high-low switch is just phenomenal. I don't know why you'd get this without the high-low switch, to be honest, because the high only is going to give you high. Great, cool. So does this. But then with a little turn of the head, you get low as well. So I don't know why anyone would get this without the option to have low. That's my opinion. I don't know why. Anyway, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this exact light from Malkoff in the description. Malkoff does send to Australia as well, so bloody beautiful. And if you're interested, go check it out. All right, thanks very much for watching. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.